have you ever like so you're at a public restroom and you're peeing and your dick touches the front of the toilet?
You're
No,
like, because I don't sit down.
Well, like you can shit and pee at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
But like you're like, how many diseases did I just get?
Do you remember? Okay, we went to Disney together. When was that? Like 2014?
Yeah, something like that.
Because we went together again in 2016.
Yeah.
But the first time we went to that luau thing, and I drank like 8 cups of water, and I peed 3 times in the same bathroom trip.
Yeah. They probably thought you had a problem.
Because I remember, because you were in there with me, because you took me, Brett, and Luke, just to make sure that Brett and Luke were like not getting lost.
Yeah.
And we got back, and you like looked at your mom or my mom, because I was like, man, I peed a lot, and you're like, yeah, you went 3 times while we were waiting for them.
Oh, that's right, I remember that.
Because then we were waiting for the ferry to take us across, and I had to pee again.
Your body's like, get the water out of me.
I drank way too much for one human being, especially for one that size.
Yeah. Well, how many years ago was that?
6.
6 years?
So I was 12.
Yeah, you little boy.
Yeah.
I would have been 6, 7, 8. I would have been 18.
Yeah.
I would have been able to vote.
Chica.
Not drink, though, even though I did.
No, we didn't. FBI?
FBI, fuck you. I
barrel.
drank. I didn't drink a lot. Kids at home, drink responsibly if you're gonna drink.
Is there I thought didn't you mention there's like a law where you can drink with
In Ohio.
parent supervision?
It's not a federal law. But in Ohio, as long as you're a president, as long as your parents...
Imagine getting the president's permission to drink when you're 18. That is such a flex.
What's the FBI going to do? You're like, Commander-in-Chief told me I could do it.
He gave an executive order, actually. Let Jason drink at 18.
You know what? Whoever's president and sees this in the future, I want a tweet that just says that. You know, extra life, you're allowed to drink.
I think it's hilarious, though, like in my head, because I'm about to turn 19. I'll be 19 by the time this goes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, so when I drink, it's a little less illegal. It's not at all. But in my head, I'm like, I'm closer to 21.
I think it is to an extent. Because, like, if you, for some reason, end up going to court and the judge is like, oh, you're 20, it's not as bad as, like, this 12-year-old was drinking.
Yeah. Okay, but that's a very big difference.
Well, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I never finished my...
Something about a president.
Oh, yeah. In Ohio, it's legal to drink as long as your parents are present and consenting.
Oh, yeah, that's been the situation every time I've drank.
Yeah, every spring break, my parents were right next to me as I threw up.
Yeah. Mom rubbed my back.
We're 2 minutes and 56 seconds into this episode.
We're already confessing to crimes.
We're already just committing ourselves to the prison. We didn't even go to court. We just went straight up there, knocked on the door, and we're like, we need to be in here.
You're like, why? Yeah, a lot of reasons.
6 years ago.
You and I would not do well in prison.
No, I would... I'm not going to say too much, but my butthole would be so loose. Some big boy.
That's the whole reason I want to work out again, is just in case I ever have to go to prison. It's like, we're not fucking with that.
Well, there's 2 methods, right? You can either work out...
2 methods of what?
Listen, there's 2 methods. You can either work out so you don't get in that situation, or you can beat up the person who tries, or you can exclusively work out your butthole and just completely decapitate their penis. Can you imagine that guy going to the infirmary? He ain't gonna say shit. How'd this happen? It was a shiv, I swear.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know what goes through my head.
Jesus fuck, dude. The fuck just came out of your mouth. I was going down, okay, maybe he'll be like, so it puckers up so much they can't get nothing in. But you're like, no, squeeze it so
Guillotine
hard.
that bitch.
Did you say guillotine?
Yeah.
You mean guillotine?
Okay, whatever, I'm American.
That doesn't mean shit.
It means I don't care about the French words. There's so many words, there's so many syllables or so many letters in French that you don't say.
There's so many syllables in French.
It's what I love to put on my salad.
This dude's mixing French dressing and fucking ranch dressing. He called it French.
I go to the restaurant and they're like, "What dressing you want?" And you're like, "French."
That's actually the first time Tristen got tested for ADHD. It's like, my brain did too many things at once.
I'm sure there's a word in French where you only say one syllable, but it's like 50 letters long. I guarantee it.
The thing is, it's not even just letters. It's all vowels.
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen or have you ever like learned French?
No, I did Spanish.
Oh, like I understood French was kind of weird, and like you didn't say all the letters. There's so many words where you say less than half the letters in the word.
I saw a bunch because my buddy took French when I took Spanish.
Yeah.
So we had like bilingual conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So we just learned the basics so I could ask him how he was doing and then he'd answer in French.
Yeah.
It was just really weird. Our teachers liked us though. They're like, oh my God, you're learning 2 languages? I'm like, no. I know Des Noof is like 19, I think.
Yeah, I believe something like that.
Just because everybody thought it was funny because at the time it was like D's nuts.
Decent. Was that around? Holy shit, I'm old.
It was like my 8th grade year.
I am so old.
Yeah,
These
you are.
nuts. I was in like college when that was happening.
Yeah, you're kind of an old guy.
I'm not old. I'm just old compared to you. But I like to pretend I'm old. This is scary, Jason.
Although to be fair, like I've always been told I have an old soul, which is
Yeah.
like kind of a compliment and kind of a diss.
It's just saying you've been so emotionally disturbed you lost out on some childhood.
Yeah. That kind of hit harder than I expected to. But
I
yeah,
get that too. That's why I had that pre-recorded in my brain, ready to go.
that was kind of fucked up. You didn't have to do me dirty like that. But yeah, that's exactly what it was. But yeah, so I get some things that old people think.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the ways some people do. But at the same time, I'm like, some of the shit old people think, y'all are dumb. Okay? I'm just going to say it. You're fucking stupid.
Can you imagine our generation as old people? You know, right now, someone turns on like a little not turntable.
I love
That's
those
a
memes.
DJ thing. But where like the old person's like, this is the song we used to listen to when I was a kid. And it's like, do 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 do
Yeah.
do 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 do. And then us as
Ass,
as a
titties, pussy,
generation-
money, weed.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Everywhere I look's a killing spree.
we're gonna pull up our old like Apple iPod and be like, 1 second, kids, we about to turn this shit up. And they're like, Grandpa, you ain't talking like that in 30 years. And then he turns it on. And it's like, fuck, bitch, motherfucker.
I still have
About
my
Samuel L. Jackson.
I have my iPod 3.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you remember iPod
You cannot
Nanos?
take that thing off the charger for more than 3 minutes. I'm telling you, it'll die.
Do you remember iPod Nanos?
I never had one, but I
Those
remember them.
skinny things.
Yeah.
I
Because
remember.
it was like you could just clip them onto something too.
Yeah. Well, my mom had one that had a camera on it, and
Oh, yeah, it was the newer one. I remember that thing.
yeah, and that I use that so much. I think I use that more than my mom did.
Damn it.
So hard to navigate though. Those iPod Nanos.
Yeah, they were a little bit too small for the information they had.
Yeah.
They tried to do too much with too little. God, that's
Which
my life
isn't
story.
too bad, I guess. You know. Well, no, Jason. Just because it's little doesn't mean you can't do too much.
I wasn't talking about that.
Well, I was.
Like we've mentioned several times.
Mm-hmm.
Virgin.
Version.
One of the videos down the line, you'll make a virgin joke and be like, not anymore.
Or no, it's gonna be like this. Okay, you're gonna stop saying virgin jokes, and then we're just gonna be like a conspiracy where everyone is like on some subreddit like Virgin Jason Extra Life.
Is he a virgin? We don't
And
know
they're-
anymore.
And they're going through like some in-depth research. What's the last mention of Jason being a virgin? What are close calls that they avoided the
Jesus.
conversation?
Oh my God. You'd be like, we're going to narrow down the exact time you lost your virginity. Because, like, considering
They're gonna
A lot-
narrow it down to the person who took it from you.
they're going to find her.
Do an interview, put it on the subreddit, and it's gonna be like, yeah, not impressive.
Thanks.
And then lose like 500 subs that day.
There goes our entire female population, or demographic. It's like, it wasn't impressive. Well, there they go.
Well, there they go. Because you know they're not into me. Oh,
With the amount of small dick jokes we make, though, I'd be amazed if we had any female demographic.
to be honest,
Or just any
same.
of the jokes we make. I feel like we don't really appeal to many females.
I don't think we really appeal to any one group. I feel
Or
like
anyone.
we're very nuanced. Whoever likes our videos is like a very specific
If
person.
you have the same kind of humor as us, you're just fucked. And welcome. We're the fucked
Welcome
group.
to the club.
Yeah. This is like an AA meeting with for people with bad humor.
Except we don't try to fix it. We just make it worse by talking to each other.
Exactly. We're going to increase the depth of your terrible humor.
It's like the AA club, but they bring alcohol instead of donuts.
Exactly. You're doing it just so that people think you're getting help,
Yes.
and then you just drink more.
Like your wife is like, oh, congratulations on the pin or the coin. What does that stand for? It's like, oh, 3. And she's like, what, 3 days sober? No, 3 extra drinks. She's like, what? It was a joke. I swear, I'm still going on Thursday.
3 past what I thought was my limit.
3 more before blackout.
I kept it together so long I drank 3 past blackout. It was pretty impressive. They
But
got it on video. It was good.
just to bring this to a serious note, very briefly, anyone who deals with alcohol problems,
Yeah, my bad, dog.
it is a serious problem, and we're not putting any less into that.
Yeah, if you have an addiction, bro, shit. Like,
I have an addiction to pop. I know it's not the same, but it's hard to quit, and I can only imagine what alcohol
I've
would be
seen
like.
Tristan have like genuine caffeine withdrawals, and it's hilarious to me.
Yeah. It was Jackson. one of our subscribers commented on a video, and he was like, "What's your favorite pop?" Also, pop can be very addicting. And
No,
I'm
he
like,
called it soda. Cause we,
oh yeah,
we called
it's
it pop.
Okay.
Okay, granted, I've always called it pop. I mix it up with soda now.
That's because you call it Zed too, so your opinion's invalid.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But he was like, soda can be really addictive, and I'm like, I know.
What was the one he said he liked? I've never even heard of it. It was like
Mr. Pibb?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
It's basically like knockoff Dr. Pepper, but it tastes almost exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
It does have a difference, but it's almost exactly the
Maybe
same.
I'd like that because I don't like Dr. Pepper.
I get Mr. Pibb when they don't have Dr. Pepper.
Sneasel, I love Sneasel. Actually, I love Weavile.
Sneasel's just
Sneasel's
a
alright.
Wolverine baby with fur.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But you know what? You didn't have to say it.
That's half of the things I say.
Well, most of the time you are wrong and you didn't have to say it.
And you know what? Those are the better times.
What? No? Him on top.
Hey, it's him on top.
He would be so fun to hang out with. I feel like a Hitmontop.
He'd always, we have the guitar. We could break dance with him.
Get that other dude involved.
Yeah. That Hitmontop taught that dude how to break dance.
I don't know what to use against him. We don't have flying
That's what
moves.
it's called, breakdancing, right? When they spin around the ground.
I don't fucking know. Breakdancing is just a type of dancing. It's not always spinning on the ground.
Well, like that's what.
I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
I believe that's what spinning on the ground is.
I got you.
Oh shit! What are those when you like spin on just your hands and you get your feet up in the air?
I think that's breakdancing, isn't it?
Well, no, but it's there's a special name for when you do that. It's super cool.
It's called the handstand.
Oh shit! It's like I can't remember. I'll look it up later. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
But it's so cool looking. I wish I could do it. I wish I could dance.
Yeah, I could care less about dancing.
I'm like a pretty average dancer. Like if you're just going by like white boy standards, I'm like yeah,
white boy standards.
Yeah, everyone's like white boy can't dance. So I'm like yeah, I'm not terrible at it.
Yeah.
So I'm not like embarrassing myself if I do it. But like, yeah, I'm not great.
I don't have huge anxiety, but one thing that I go from 0 to 100 with is dancing. I don't think I've ever danced in public at all, aside from slow dancing.
That and the electric slide and the Cupid shuffle.
I will do the Cupid shuffle.
They give you the instructions.
Yeah. You can't be bad at that.
Yeah, and if you are, well, then you just need to not ever be on a dance floor.
Yeah, don't even go to the school dances if you're bad at that.
Yeah.
I was that kid where like I went to school dances because my friends went, but I sort of just stood there, and I don't know why I went.
I did the same thing. Actually, I will say my 7th grade year, I was much more outgoing, and I danced a lot 7th grade year.
Yeah. It's
Actually, the beginning of 7th grade year. I got out of that very quickly.
I gotta say though, like, not dancing and someone asking you to dance and then you like saying no is so hard.
Like, ask you to slow dance?
No, I can slow dance. But like, for example, if a girl's like, "Hey, come dance out here with me," and you're like, "I really like you, but I can't dance."
Yeah.
Not because I can't dance, but because I can't dance. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
And it just crushes your soul. It's almost worse than the girl being rejected.
It hurts you.
Yes.
You're just like, I feel bad.
Like it's my fault this is happening.
Yeah. I do remember, no, I think I've already told the story. Never mind.
Just say it again.
The one Tyann, you remember Tyann?
I don't think you still. I've thought of this story, but I don't think you said it. But yes, I know what you're talking
She
about.
had one of my mom's assistant's daughter.
She asked me to dance, didn't she?
I don't remember.
Anyway.
But mom's assistant's daughter, her 18th birthday was at a firehouse.
Yeah.
And Tristan and I were both there. And I remember Tristan and I just sitting at a table drinking pop.
Yep.
I had my Coke, Tristan had his Dr. Pepper. We were just sitting at a table eating pizza and drinking pop. And everyone was like going crazy on the dance floor and stuff.
Yeah. And it didn't help that Tyann had a thing for me.
Yeah. But I remember once Tristan left, I was like, well, shit, what do I do now? Because nobody else was like just chilling with me. Humble maid. The hell?
But I do remember that firehouse dance. Like 3 times people came up to me like, "Come on, just dance, you'll be fine." And I'm like, I will physically die of a heart attack if I get on that dance floor. I'm not anxious about anything else. It's so weird. Are you selling things to this poor lady?
She said she'd buy it for a high price, but she only offered $500. So I'm like, no.
$500 is a lot of money, bitch. You could buy a
Not in
computer
this
with that
game.
shit. Okay, exchange rate.
This is 2 Pokeballs.
Maybe we're just rich.
Okay, you know what?
You know?
But anyway, when Tristan left, right, I was like, well, shit, what do I do now? And I had like, Tristan and I were, because when Tristan, at least when I get nervous and I have a drink, I drink more. And then I'm like, well, I can't drink nothing in the cup, so I have to fill it again.
Yeah.
So I just kept filling my drink. So I had a lot of caffeine in me. And it was 6 years ago, because she's the same age as you, right?
Yeah, she was same grade. I don't know about exactly the same age, but yeah.
Okay, so I was like
About 6 years ago.
11, 12.
Yeah.
And so I was very caffeinated. And after Tristan left, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go dance.
That's like the kid drunk version.
Yeah, it really is.
I was caffeinated.
But like I went out and I danced my ass off. And I made friends with one of her high school friends. We were doing like the Michael Jackson Thriller. Bro, I was vibing. Okay.
See, I've always wanted to dance. I just can't do it.
We had like a whole line of people, and we were going like the sliding and shit in Thriller. Bro, we were hitting that shit. That was the best dance I've ever done in my life. And you know
never
what?
Since.
It was bad. But I remember because I thought it was weird looking back because I'm like, it was cool that he was like being friendly with me.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, okay, that's nice. You know, he's not being an asshole to a kid that's younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we left, he like came up and gave me he dapped me up and like gave me the bro hug. And like, I came up to like his chest and we were both very, very sweaty. And I was like, this is weird considering I'm like 11 and this guy's 18.
Yeah.
And actually, he might have been older.
Weird in what, like a creepy way?
It just weirded me out a little bit because it made me think like he just wasn't as old mentally as he
I think I
was
probably
physically.
Know, I don't know based off of your description, but I knew almost everyone there, so I probably know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he probably just wasn't as old. He just probably hadn't matured yet.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like someone that was like grew very quickly.
Like me.
Yeah, grew very quickly but didn't mature very quickly. So I was like, oh, okay. But it was like, man, I hope he had friends because he was cool.
I hope he had friends. God. That's a sentence
I
right
just
there.
felt bad because like he was so friendly with me. I was like, and it seemed like he wanted because he was like, man, we should hang out sometime. I was like, look, you're really cool, but like, do you have friends your own age?
Have you ever had someone? Well, I guess just then, but have you ever had someone that like totally was more of your friend than you were there?
Yes.
Oh wait, no, the opposite of that. You were more. They were more. Fuck.
They were more attached to you as a friend than you were to them.
Yes. I can't think of words.
I was a friend to everyone in school.
That same.
I don't care who you are, where you come from. If you were chill with me, I was chill with you. And I was nice to the kids that were picked on.
I think I've said this, but I was told after I graduated that I was like a semi-popular kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I would, which I guess I kind of knew. Like through the hallway, no matter who it was, I would give them a high five, fist bump. You know, I'd do the little bro hug thing real quick as we were going to class. And I never really thought about it because I thought everyone did that. But I did that to like at least 20 people between each class. Yeah. And like I still had bullies, of course, but like I was everyone knew me kid.
Of course.
Well, you know, bullies happen.
Yeah.
But like everyone knew me, and I wasn't popular. Like I hung out with the popular crowd.
In like the traditional sense.
I was popular. Like people knew me, and
yeah, everyone knew who you were.
Yeah.
I had basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone knew who I was. I didn't know that. I was like, why do you know who I am?
Yeah.
But everyone knew who I was, and I got them to treat the kids that were like bullied a little better because for some reason people were actually scared of me.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't think I gave them a reason to be scared of me. So I'm not sure why they were, but people were scared of me. So I had like some influence. Mm-hmm. So when I was nice to them, you know, other people started treating them better. I was like, all right, we're doing some good in the world today.
You know what? I don't remember the exact number now, but I want to say like 4 or 5 girls who I actually like were really attractive. They come up to me after high school, after we graduated, and they're like, you know what? Separate situation, like not the same time. They're like, you know what? Like high school, I was totally into you. And I was like, girl, I was lonely in high school. Where were you?
Why didn't you say nothing?
And I'm sure that was like them trying to say something about now. Because like all 4 or 5 of them, we're still like friends. But we don't like hang out.
I got you.
But you know me, I just don't chase things. I said that earlier. That's a curse.
It's a bad habit you and I have.
Yep. So if a girl ever sees me and you got to initiate. I'm sorry. I know it's not culturally appropriate, but
It's not that it's not culture. It's just not culturally
accepted. Yeah.
It's like, you know, societal standards.
Yeah.
The guy makes the move.
You know what? We probably
Fuck that shit.
We probably shouldn't say that though, because if this ever does blow up, we'll have some fangirls out there that'll be like, "I love you. Come to my house. We'll date."
I'll be like, all right, I'm coming.
Be like, you know what?
I'm on my way.
Shit, I ain't dated since high school.
Shit, me neither, dog. I guess that's longer for you, but like still, that kind of hit. When was your last girlfriend in high school?
In high school, junior year.
Okay, mine was sophomore.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. All right, well, now I feel bad about myself.
I think it was junior year.
Thanks for that. That confidence blow.
Yeah, that's right.
Pride blunder.
Yeah, but then I quickly redeemed myself by dating someone after high school that was totally not right.
No, yeah.
I was just riffing.
I got you. Yeah.
I've literally had 2 main girlfriends, and that's it.
I've only had one main one.
Yeah.
Well, what we mean by main is like serious.
Yeah, well, because like I've had, for example, that girl where her friend was like, "Do you like her?"
Yeah.
Would you date her? I said that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
I don't count that as an actual girlfriend.
Yeah, I've had a couple girlfriends, like girlfriends.
Yeah.
I did the quotations. I forgot y'all can't see that.
I was about to say it.
We're like the 1 week thing, and then I had one where we never like dated, but we basically did.
Yeah.
And I never asked her out because I was just like, I didn't want to date her, but she was like real clingy.
Yeah.
So I was just like, we talked all the time, and she got mad when I talked to other girls, and I'm like, we are not dating. You can't get mad. You don't have the right. You've asked if we were talking, and I said no. Okay? You're not allowed to get mad at this anymore.
So, needless to say, in summary, me and Jason are taking girlfriend applications.
Yeah, send them in.
Put it in the comments below. We'll take the best. We'll take the best ones and interview. Do a WebEx, which no one knows what that is because
I
of
don't
work
know what that
office.
is.
It's like a Zoom call. Anyway, we'll see you
How
guys
did
in.
Zoom blow up when Skype's a thing?
I don't know.
Skype really let the ball drop on
They
that
did.
one.
They failed on that one. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next episode. If you liked it, please subscribe. It means the world to at least me. Jason always says not, but it always means the world
Fuck
to him
y'all.
too.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
Anyway, bye.
Peace.